Today we are planning for 2026 for my business. I have my iPad here, I have some notes here, so let's start. I want to start out by saying that in 2025 I worked on my business only in November and December. Before that I had my job and I had university work. So November was the first time I could actually focus on my business full time. Even when I had much more time to focus on my business, I still had trouble seeing it that way, I guess. I was working on it, but not as much as I would on a full-time job. So for the 2026, I want to focus on that. So actually putting in the hours towards my business, and the way I plan on doing that, and was actually doing it last week. I downloaded an app that basically times you. You start a timer, and every time I work on something business related, I start a timer. When I stop working on it, I stop the timer. So at the end of the day and at the end of the week, I can see how much hours I actually worked on my business. There are days when I think I put in a lot of time into my business. That's just not true. So with this, I can see that even though I think I worked the whole day, I actually just worked for 2 hours, for example. And that happens to me because I'm constantly thinking about my business. I'm constantly thinking about new ideas and what I want to do and how I want this to look for the next year and for the future in general. So that's why I feel like I'm working constantly on it, when in reality I'm just in my head and I'm not actually working on it. And also there are days where I think I haven't worked enough and I actually worked the whole day. So now I will have this timer to prove to myself that I actually am working enough, or to see that I'm not working enough, and so I can fix that. So for November and December, I did not put in as much hours as I wanted to. I still managed to finish my first coloring book, even though it only has 10 pages. I wanted it to have 20, and I want my future coloring books to have 20 pages minimum. And I'm kind of proud I finished that, because that showed me that I can actually maybe do this. But also I'm really not proud of that coloring book because I'm using Amazon KDP to print it and the quality is so bad I don't even want to promote the book, because I'm scared someone will buy it and will think, oh, the quality of this business is shit. So I'm not buying from them anymore, and I don't want that. So even though I finished the project, I'm not proud of the quality. That's also one of the goals for the next year. I want to redo that coloring book. I will be using Procreate to write down what I have in mind. The first thing I want to mention for 2026 is the products I would like to have. I think that's the easiest thing to write down, like the most visual. For the products, I want to have multiple coloring books this year, because of course that's the main thing I want my business to be about. The first coloring book, I want to work on it January and February, so I give myself 2 months to make 20 pages. That's one. I want to have another one that I will work on March and April. That's 2. I want 2 books to come out for fall, so one that's fall related and one that's Halloween related, so that's 2 more. And lastly, I want to redo my winter coloring book, keep some pages from this book but make some new ones, remove some that I don't like and add new ones, so there are 20 in general. So that's 5 coloring books. Is that a lot? Maybe, but also if that's the only thing I'm doing, if I don't have a job, which I don't at the moment, I think 5 books in 12 months should be manageable. The next thing I want to introduce are stickers and sticker sheets. I was thinking of having one sticker sheet per coloring book. So, for example, this winter coloring book, I would have a sticker sheet of fragments of the pages from that coloring book. And that was my first idea for this, but the more I think about it, the more I'm not so sure, because I want my sticker sheets to be functional, not just cute and fun. I think that fragments from coloring books would be cute and fun, but could not be used for most things. If someone is having a junk journal or scrapbooking, planning something, and then they want to decorate it with stickers, I want them to make sense. For this actual stickers, so not sticker sheets, I'm fine with having the cow and the monkey, like their heads, as the stickers. Those would be like die cut stickers. But for sticker sheets, I want them to be useful. I actually want them to be useful. Another thing I would like to make are notebooks, but I don't think that will happen this year because I want to focus on coloring books, and I think making a notebook and manufacturing it is a lot of work, and I don't think I have it in me for this year. I really don't. So yes, notebooks, I want to make them, but not this year. Another thing is I like to crochet, and I want to crochet a cow. I actually found on Etsy a pattern that really corresponds to my cow character, so I want to make that, and I want to keep making that because I like crocheting, even though I haven't done it in months. But then again, I want my art to be functional. And I know crochet plushies have their own purpose as a plushie, just standing somewhere, but I kind of want my art to have actual purpose besides being pretty as a decor. That's why I'm a bit hesitant about bringing crochet into my business, because so coloring books and stickers, they have purpose. Coloring books are for relaxing, for fun, you can color them, you can do something with them, and stickers, I feel, also have purpose. You use them for your scrapbooking. But then amigurumi, I don't know what exactly you do with them. I can make keychains out of them. I guess that's functional. You use it on your keys, but it's also decor for your keys. So I'm not sure. I will put crochet because I want to do it. I just cannot justify it in my head for now. I also want to try polymer clay, but the same thing as crochet is stopping me. I just want it to be functional, and I don't feel like that's functional. So I don't know what will happen with that. If I do start, I'll start with crochet for sure, because I already know how to do that. I already have materials and tools. And for polymer clay, I don't have clay, and I don't have tools, and I don't have resin, and I don't have proper protection for the chemicals and everything. Okay, those were the products. The next is platforms. I want to be more consistent on YouTube, so now I have those 4 videos of me working on the winter coloring book, and I actually filmed week 5, and I filmed the actual process for Amazon KDP making the coloring book, but weeks passed from when I filmed that. And when that happens, I kind of hate the footage. I mean, I did not like it to begin with, but now I don't like it even more. The more time passes from me filming something to me editing that, the more I don't want to edit that. That's why I haven't posted the week 5. That's why that series does not have an end, kinda, because I just gave up on it. I want to post more consistently, and I want to produce actually quality videos. And speaking of quality, I got Osmo Pocket 3, which I'm filming on right now. I got it as an early birthday gift from my boyfriend and my friends. So now the quality of my videos can be better. And also I got the mic because they bought the creator combo. Is that what it's called? I don't want to just improve the technical quality. I want to improve the actual videos so they are not shit like the previous ones. Anyway, back to planning. I want to post consistently on YouTube. That means that I want to post 1 or 2 videos per week. Again, since I'm not having anything else in my life besides this, I mean, people with more stuff, people with actual full-time jobs, people with families, people with part-time jobs, people have stuff. And they are still consistent and they still post regularly every single week or multiple times per week. If they can do it, I should be able to do it. Besides YouTube, I'm posting on Instagram. I'm not great at it, but I started a 30-day challenge. I'm actually halfway now, but when I finish that challenge, I want to post 3 or 4 times per week. And that includes reels, static posts and carousels, with focus on reels and carousels. And I also want to post more stories because I'm not posting stories right now at all. Now what I want to add is Patreon or Coffee. I have no idea what the rewards could be, but I think it would be a fun challenge and a fun way to keep me creating. Another thing that I see a lot of creators talking about is email marketing and having an email list. So that's also something I would like to add and work on, but I don't think that will happen in the first half of the year because I don't have a following, so I don't think I will have anyone to join my email list. Plus, I need to do research on what I can email people besides when something is coming out, when something is launching. I want to have something else that I can be consistent with emailing. The next category is money making. I don't know how else to name this category. So what I want to say here is that I want to make my Shopify shop to start selling online. I'm not satisfied with the way my Amazon coloring book came out, so I want to have my coloring books. I want to print my coloring books in print shops, have them be nice quality with thick pages and customize everything that can be customizable, which Amazon does not give you the possibility to do that. I want to order them in bulk because that's way cheaper, and then I would ship them out. So, Shopify. The other thing I want to do are markets, but where I'm from, we kind of don't have art markets. We have markets for, well, we do have art markets, but they're for handmade things. And that would not include my stickers nor my coloring books. And crochet plushies do not sell well in my country. So there are not a lot of markets I can apply for, but there is one that happens 4 times a year. And it goes through the street in the city, and that street is quite long. So the farther away your stand is from the main square, the less chance there are for people to come to your stand. But the price for each place is the same. Meaning if you're at the beginning of the street or at the end, you pay the same fee. That's why I'm not sure about that market. I'm afraid to be at the end and pay the same fee as people that will be at the front and have more crowd. But I also think that's the best market for my products. I want to add to this money-making category is my goal for this year, which is to get monetized on YouTube. I forgot to mention for the products, I want to make hoodies, but I will not tell you the idea that I have because I don't want someone to steal it, because I think it's quite a fun idea. I think hoodies, it's manufactured, it's kind of hard for me at this moment and possibly for this year, but I will just put it down because why not? I want to have a more recognized brand. I also started working on that, and that's also kind of the reason why I did not edit the last 2 videos for me making my winter coloring book because I grew in my head, I guess. I kind of got more aware of the brand that I want to have, and those videos did not fit my vision. So I kind of just gave up on them. So for brand identity, that would include something that when you see it, you just know it's for my business. I think there are a lot of content creators and a lot of artists that when you see their work, without reading the username, you just know that that's theirs. And that would include brand colors, thumbnails that are specific for my type of business. So when you see a video on YouTube, you see a thumbnail and you just know that's my video. For Instagram, for carousels, I want them to be recognizable. I want my coloring books to be recognizable from other brands of coloring books. And I think that's it. I think it's quite basic. It's not exactly a plan, it's more of a I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of not a plan. I guess that's it. Next step would be to just stay consistent, to grow my community, and to start working on my new coloring book, which I kind of can't wait to start because I'm just been having that itch to start drawing again, and I just did not start because I kind of wanted to wait for the New Year's to start on my new coloring book, and wanted to wait for a new video to start working on my new coloring book, and then I just kind of postponed filming the video, and yeah, I think that's it.